Can you tell us the
Yes,
film that you've
and I'm
chosen?
so delighted that you shortlisted this movie because I absolutely loved it. It's Dirty Dancing.
Woo!
Yeah, I love it.
All the Ashlings are going to go wild.
Yeah, exactly.
And I count myself in that number. Because
I was, as I said, I was home yesterday, and my sister was like, "Oh, why are you going back up for it?" I was like, "I have a few bits on. I'm actually doing a podcast about Dirty Dancing, and it's her favorite movie of all time."
Of course it is.
She's like, "Why didn't she ask me to do it?" And I was like,
sorry, your family are all iconic.
"They are,"
I'm
but
obsessed.
I was like, "Nobody knows who you are." I was like, "She's not
She
going to
should
listen
start
to you."
trading on the WMC.
Yeah,
as
yeah, she
well.
want to, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the way that you piggybacked the lads, she
no.
can piggyback you.
Yeah, look, let me get
We'll
to
get
the
the whole
top. I'll take
clan
her
up.
with me.
Obsessed.
I always told her I'd employ her, like.
I love it. Do you know what? I say that to my friends too.
Yeah.
I'm like, when I sell 1 million books, you can be my personal hairdresser.
100%,
It'd be grand.
100%.
Yeah. So Dirty Dancing. Now, you were
Yes.
watching it on the gram last night, and a few
Yeah.
people clocked something. What did they clock?
Yeah, well, like I didn't realise that it was so frowned upon to watch it on 1, 2, 3 movies.
I've never even heard
So
of
all
1,
I
2, 3
did was
movies.
I typed in Dirty Dancing for free. Now,
For free.
now the only thing is, I had to be very specific because if you type in Dirty Dancing for free,
Yeah, you don't know what you're gonna
It's not
get.
always the movie that comes up
Fair.
first. Is all I'm going to say.
Did you find any good other movies?
There's loads of good movies I'll
Excellent.
share after, babe, but I don't know how much I can. Maybe that's for like After Dark or Patreon or something.
We're gonna do a page.
Yeah.
You had me at Merlot, was
Yeah.
my idea.
I love
there you
it.
go.
Oh, I've loads to share.
Excellent.
I've loads to share. But it's obviously a free streaming movie, like illegal.
Right.
So I put it up my story. I like a few clips from it, and people were like, "Oh my god, that's so sad. Like, are you that poor?" And I was like, "I'm not poor. I'm just economizing."
You were watching on your laptop in bed.
If it's
like,
there and it's available
you
for
were happy
free,
out.
you know what I mean?
We have loads to talk about. This film is just the girlies love it, and when I say girlies, I obviously mean gays.
Yeah,
as
the
well.
girls and the gays.
I
It's one
don't
for the
know if,
girls and the
if
gays.
straight lads love it so much. Joe came in from work the other day, and I was dancing around the room with the dog.
Yeah.
My dog's really small. It's actually really difficult to
cute.
dance with, but I was managing it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
laughing
yeah.
around the room, and Joe was like, "I just don't get it. I just don't get Dirty Dancing." And I was like, "That's okay. You don't have to. Like, we get it."
Yeah,
Enough
and that's
for
all that
everybody.
matters, and that's
Yeah.
why it's a classic.
So it's a 1987 film directed by a guy called Emile Ardolino, but he was very much just a hired hand because there was a woman behind this, of course. Produced and written by a lady called Eleanor Bergstein and based on her own childhood.
Oh,
so she
really?
was Baby. She's
Oh
the
my
real
God,
life
no
baby.
way.
Yeah. So she was a Jewish doctor's daughter. She spent summers in the Catskills where she learned to dirty dance in the 1960s.
That's crazy.
And she came up with this idea and she was kind of honing it for a few years. It was actually really interesting at the time that a woman could kind of get this little film about her own life that has loads of dancing in it made.
Yeah.
It's very impressive. Had a very small budget, $4.5 million. And in 1 year at the box office, it made $214 million
Wow,
in
that's
the 80s.
incredible.
Huge.
Yeah.
So it was a massive hit. It was the first film to ever sell 1 million copies on VHS.
That's wild.
Are you old enough to remember VHS?
Yeah, of course I am.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
winding it up with your finger.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But I had like a special edition that had like soft corners and everything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was just a religious watch in my house.
Well, it's my sister's favourite movie, so I was always made to watch it
and dance with her.
But like I was like, oh, I don't want to watch it. I was weak.
Yeah.
I was like, as
Weak.
a closeted gay child, the best thing in the world was that your sister's favourite movie was Dirty Dancing.
Did you have a gay awakening for Patrick Swayze?
Did I what? Are you joking me? Unbelievable.
Amazing.
You know, now I didn't know the ins and outs of what was going on.
Of course,
you
but
know,
you
like
knew you were
I thought
attracted.
Penny had appendicitis. Do you know what I mean?
God
But like,
bless
and then
you.
when I was watching it the other night, I was like, Jesus, that makes total sense now, actually.
Sorry, you didn't cop it till
No,
now.
no, because
Oh
I
my
hadn't
God.
actually sat down and watched it in years.
As an adult.
Do you know what I mean? And I was like, there was loads
Yeah.
of bits that I didn't remember and stuff.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Now I've listened to
But
the
we'll talk
music,
about Penny's
obviously.
appendicitis
Yeah.
now. in a
Poor
minute.
Penny's appendix.
Jesus, that's
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
funny. I'm obsessed. So it was choreographed by a guy called Kenny Ortega, who Gen Z might know for High
Yeah,
School Musical.
yeah, of course.
And he directed Hocus Pocus, he's alleged.
Did he?
Yeah. And he was also the choreographer on big 80s films like St. Elmo's Fire, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He was a big guy.
Big deal.
Yeah, big deal. Stars Jennifer Grey as Baby Houseman, also called Frances. She was just fresh off Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
And she was kind of becoming a big star. Sarah Jessica Parker auditioned, so did Sharon Stone. And
I didn't
Bergstein,
know that.
yeah, Bergstein chose Jennifer Grey, who was a nepo baby. I didn't know this. Her dad is Joel Grey from Cabaret.
Oh,
Have you ever
right.
seen the Cabaret musical?
Yeah, of course I have, yeah.
And when you think about it, they
Yeah.
look alike. Yeah.
Yeah, they do actually, now that you mentioned
But
that.
she very famously got 2 nose jobs not long after Dirty Dancing. And she said that it changed her entire life. She said, my close friends didn't even recognize me. A major change in my appearance massively affected my career. I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out anonymous. It was like being in the witness protection program or
Oh my
being
God.
invisible. She got a nose job and never worked solidly again.
So she went in after Dirty Dancing to
Yeah.
get another job, and she's absolutely stunning.
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 So she changed the feature that made her her
Oh my God, that's crazy.
and was no longer a star.
Because I was wondering, because I was kind of looking into it, and I was like, where does
Who
she
is
go,
she?
and
Yeah.
what does she do?
She pops up in Friends as Mindy,
Oh,
Rachel's Bridesmaid.
Is that
That's
her?
her. She doesn't look like the same person at all. Like,
See, that's the thing. She doesn't.
a wizard did her nose because she looks like a complete. She could have gone into witness protection.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have been like,
Yeah.
that's baby.
Oh my God.
So she was cast, and then Patrick Swayze was cast. So the character of Johnny Kessel, he was based on a real dancer that Bergstein met when she was researching her screenplay. So she wanted to see, you know, is this a realistic script?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to the Catskills and just buzz around. And she saw this kind of Lothario that all the older ladies were really into, and she was like, right, that's my guy.
Yeah.
So Patrick Swayze was a dancer, but he had a really bad knee injury, and on his CV it said no dancing. And he was like, I love the script, I want to do it. But he had worked with Jennifer Grey on a film called Red Dawn in 1984, and they didn't like each other.
No way.
So
This
she
is
was like,
wild. I didn't know any
she was
of
like,
this.
don't cast him, I don't like him. But
Okay.
then they did the screen test together, and their chemistry was electric.
See, this happens. Didn't this
When
happen in
when
the
you
Notebook
don't
as well
like
or
each
something?
other. Yes, it did.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Like, I sometimes a sign of hating each other just makes for an electric
yeah.
chemistry on set.
Yeah.
Do you know who else went for the role? Now, this is crazy to me.
For
Johnny Castle.
no, go for it.
He was only 20 at the time. Billy Zane
Billy Zane went for this
from
as well.
Titanic.
And no way.
Yeah, can
Is
you
he
imagine?
dancer too?
Yeah.
Jesus, they're all
Cal
at it,
from
aren't they?
Titanic. Imagine
Cal.
it was
Now,
him
I'm
instead of
telling you now.
Patrick Swayze.
No, I know
like.
we're not talking about it, but I would have picked Cal over Jack. But anyway, we'll move on from there.
Oh, James
Yeah.
Cavan and I had this conversation.
Yeah.
The gays love Cal.
Yeah, we
He's
do. I know
debonair.
a bad boy. Like,
He's debonair.
yeah, but also Johnny Cash is a bad boy, or Johnny Castle is a bad boy. as
Yeah,
well.
he is. Do you know what? I didn't fancy Patrick Swayze growing up. He was too manly, I think,
Yeah.
for me. But now I'm like,
Yeah, when you look
holy
back on it.
hell.
Yeah.
So she was 26, he was 34, he was married and like quite settled. They still butted heads throughout filming. I think there was a frisson.
Yeah, but
between
it
them.
worked.
It worked. Sorry, I'm laughing at my notes here. I have them big in caps. Jennifer Grey knows. Tell the nose story because it's true. Like,
Yeah.
people wonder what happened
That's
to
so
her.
interesting,
That's
though.
what happened to her.
Yeah, so don't get
Fascinating.
plastic surgery, girls.
And Penny, our lovely Penny, played by Cynthia Rhodes, who was known from Flashdance. Did you know her
Yes.
from
Yeah, I
Flashdance?
recognised her from Flashdance, yeah.
What a she's just such a dancer.
Yeah, she is. Like, she was like
Dancer's
that.
physique.
Yeah, totally. She was the go-to girl for that role,
She
wasn't
was,
she?
yeah. And then her baby's parents are played by Jerry Orbach, known for Law and Order.
Yeah.
And by Gilmore Girls icon Kelly Bishop.
I've never seen Gilmore Girls.
Oh my God, you need to watch.
I
You need to
know.
start it in the autumn.
Okay.
So
Okay.
end of
So I've got
August,
time.
start of September. Watch it the whole way
Okay.
through. You're
Yeah.
gonna die. gonna
That's
die.
one of the things that I fear telling people the most.
They haven't watched Gilmore Girls?
Yeah.
No, that's okay. It's a commitment.
Yeah. It's a commitment, like.
What else have
You
you
know
not
what I mean?
watched?
And I have commitment issues.
Have you watched The Sopranos?
No, I haven't watched The
Well, I'm
Sopranos
going to
either.
write you a list.
My attention span is really, really poor.
Is that why you watch films on 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, yeah.
So you can get up
so
and
I
walk off.
So that if it takes me a couple of weeks to watch
Right,
them, I
fair.
don't have to pay for them twice.
Fair. I like it. I like your logic for illegal streaming. It's amazing. So
That's my logic.
Dirty Dancing is
For breaking
known
the law.
probably for having the most iconic soundtrack.
I need to ask: are all these songs originally written for that
No,
movie?
so
yeah.
it's a real mix of like 50s Motown and
Yeah.
early 60s kind of
Yeah.
classics and 80s original tracks.
Okay.
So it's actually now watching it in 2025, it's quite jarring because the 80s tracks are obviously very 80s.
Totally.
But it's so iconic. Like from the very start, the first song is "Be My Baby,"
Yeah.
and all the way through, there's just these amazing songs.
It's just, I could listen to it all day.
Same.
It's so funny. We used to have this pirate radio station in Cork
course you did.
years ago.
Illegal.
Right, anything illegal. Here I am promoting
You're a
it.
criminal.
Yeah, totally, right? But it was called Kiss FM, right?
Right.
And it was like all the boys used to go and like play these like tunes,
Okay.
but it was all like classic music, like stuff from Dirty Dancing,
Right.
but just like with a DJ twist on it. And like they used to go and like they used to like DJ at the teenage discos, and you could go and buy their CDs, but like they'd come in a plastic sleeve. Like that's the
Obsessed.
level of illegal it was. But they used to always do remixes of songs from Dirty
Did they
Dancing.
do the Dirty Dancing mega mix?
They did. I didn't do that, but they did "Hungry Eyes,"
Ah.
and it is.
that's
I have
the 80s
tried to
song.
find it because I was like, I need to play it for
It's
Vicki.
by Eric Carmen.
It's
Oh, I know it. Oh,
yeah.
when I'm hungry, I sing "Hungry Wife" to Joe. Hungry wife,
love it.
as in cook my dinner.
I need to find the remix for
It's
you.
honestly, oh my God, I'm
You'd love it.
obsessed. So
We'd be popping to it like
it's
that's the
quite
only thing.
incongruous now when you watch it because you're like, wow, that's an 80s banger. Like there's another song called "Yes."
Yeah.
Yes,
I love
gotta
that one.
fall in love
Yeah.
with it. And it's so 80s. And then there's obviously "She's Like the Wind"
Yeah.
by Patrick Swayze.
Yeah,
written
exactly.
and performed by Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't they just let Johnny sing? That would have been
He's-
glam.
Oh my God, totally.
Should have.
Totally.
Should have, would have, could have. So yes, it's known for its music, obviously,
Hmm.
and it's known for everything. It's one of the most famous films of all. I'm delighted we're discussing it, and it's so romantic.